This is the Peugeot 408 and it makes you feel like you're an exotic for a fraction of the price. Let's see what this French car has to offer. Backed by popular demand, we finally have the Peugeot. This brand exploded my channel, guys. When I did the 308 GT, you guys loved it. You wanted to see more, but here we have it. We have the 408. This is the fastback crossover SUV sedan, whatever you want to call it. It's nice. I actually like this car a lot. This exceeded my expectations, so I'm gonna show you guys what it has to offer. And to make it even better, we have a beautiful Doha sunset to get some awesome lighting for this video. So let's go. First off, this is the 2025, so this is brand new. They're already releasing 2026 cars, but it's still 2025, so we still got that brand new year car. There's the 408. You got the lion emblem with the open grille. You come over, you got the daytime matrix LED lights with the signature fan coming across. Guys, like, it's super sporty and exotic. Like, you can't say it doesn't make you feel like maybe like the baby brother of an Urus or a Audi RSQ8, but this is only $35,000 versus $300,000 for an Urus. So I think there's a deal. Obviously you don't get the power of the name, but hey, this French car has a lot to offer. Don't discount it just yet. On the side, you got 20-inch wheels with the Peugeot emblem, 5-spoke come across. These mirrors are awesome because we're in the Middle East, so they're in Arabic. That's pretty awesome. Oh, there it is closing. All right, we're over here for better lighting. Look at this. Right here is your blind spot detection. It's super subtle and the orange light comes on, but I like that because I feel with the other ones it's really distracting and it takes away from what's going on. Let's keep it subtle like that. When you actually open the door, oh, you can't see it right now, but it puts the projection. It says Peugeot, it has the emblem. It's super awesome. So I'll put a clip of that in there. Let's keep going. This is your gas cap. It has a fuel tank capacity of 60 liters and a fuel economy of 9.2 liters per 100 kilometers. Pretty good, right? Well, honestly, don't know that much because I'm American and we deal with gallons. So put the conversion in the chat, guys. Right here, you get the emblem. It does have like some sticker damage on there. Let's not mess with that. You get some more LED lights, some lines across through the plastic, lots of plastic everywhere. You can't really see the exhaust pipes. They're really tucked away. We're in the base model. If it was the GT, it would have the GT logo on there. So that's how you can differentiate. All right, there's the trunk space. There we go. So as a cover on top, you get plenty of space down here. And then you got your spare tire kit, a fire hydrant. Here's the spare tire kit. It has everything in case something goes wrong. But hopefully none of that happens if you decide to buy one or if you decide to drive one for the weekend. But two things before we move forward. One, I like these accents. The sharp lines, like I said, it kind of gives Lamborghini Urus vibes, but they're Italian and this is French. So is that conflict? Are they friends? Put in the chat if they're friends. But one thing I did notice, there's a big con. Maybe if you own it in a different part of the world, you won't experience this. But this is less than a year old. And look at the sun damage already. Like, this plastic is been mistreated by the sun and it's been less than a year. Like, imagine this in 3 years, this is gonna be bleach white. So that's one con for the car, but there's plenty of positives. So let's go check out the motor. All right, let's see what this thing is packing. Let's open this bad boy. Here we go. So most of these you pull to the side. This one you actually pull forward. Okay, here it is. It's on the side. It's a little small, but it's not the size that matters. All right, here we go, guys. This is the 1.6 liter turboed 4-cylinder engine. All right, let's talk about it. This thing puts out 215 horsepower and 300 newton meters of torque. It's accompanied by a 8-speed automatic transmission and it is front wheel drive. So since it is a 4-cylinder, you get some good gas mileage and it still has a turbo. So on the top end, like I said, you get 300 newton meters of torque. So it could be a little bit punchy. All right, we're inside the Peugeot 408, and with the 2025 version, you get the latest i-Cockpit. That's what they call their interior because it straight up feels like you're in a spaceship. Not gonna lie, this thing impressed me because it does actually feel like a bit futuristic, like extra sporty. First off, you get this steering wheel wrapped in the leather. It's extra small, and it's so small, well, they designed it to where it's small, to where your gauge cluster is up here and it's not in the field of view for the steering wheel. Up here, one side you get your speed, the other one your RPM. With the French flag down here, you get a little bit of extra details on the side, and on the left side you get your music that's playing with a few extra displays. As far as the steering wheel, you have two small little paddle shifters. They don't really make any noise. Yeah, they don't make much noise at all, but that's them. On the actual steering wheel, you get the logo, and then on your left side, you get your cruise control, your right side, your voice controls. In the middle, you have your 10-inch display that's accompanied by Android Auto and Apple CarPlay. It's nice. I like the quality on this. As far as the actual center console, this makes it feel like it's from the 90s, like a boombox, but it also feels like futuristic because doesn't this remind you like a cassette player also? But this is just your AC controls. On the bottom, this is where I'm saying it has hints of like Lamborghini, with even with the red emergency lights. You come down here and this is your gear selector. Tell me that doesn't feel like a spaceship. Nah, a spaceship's probably way more complex, but it does feel cool. Let me show you the reverse camera. You get your rear view camera, which looks high quality, and you also get your 360 over the top camera. Pretty fair. With all the sensors, it does a good job of alerting you if you're too close to the curbs. So I do like that. Come more down here. You have a USB-C port, two cup holders, big enough to fit a cup of coffee. You close that, you get some extra lines. Like I said, it's sleek. I like it, chat. You get your parking brake right here, spot to put your phone. Up here, this is wireless charging. Let's pull this up. You push the button, this thing opens up, and it has a light inside with another USB-C port. I like that. That's premium. I've never seen that. All right, let's go over to the seats. You get your cloth with blue stitching. I'm a big fan of this blue. This is one of my favorite colors. The leather down the middle. I like these seats, and they're super comfortable. Like, let's road trip to Saudi right now. I'll do the drive, no problem. It's extra spacious in here. It does feel like a cockpit. I feel like they accomplished their job. Now moving on, you pull this down, you got your mirror, nothing crazy. Over here you have your lights, and it also shows if someone's wearing a seatbelt or not. Regular mirror, not much to talk about. You come over here, you got your AC vents with more of the fabric, and this is what it looks like for a passenger. Let's open up. Here's the storage. Boom, close it. If there's something you want them to change about the interior, put it down in the comment section. For me, this is good. I like it. Maybe make this slightly more premium, like the centerpiece. Like if you were to change this out for some carbon fiber, I think it'd give it some extra cool vibes. Imagine you put like a supercharged V8 in here, you put in some carbon fiber. Now we're talking. The French need to release a supercar. I think they've been slacking. They need like a signature supercar. But that's it for the front. Let's check out the back. All right, we're in the back seats. I'm 175 centimeters tall. This is the amount of space I have. This is the amount of leg room. The seats recline pretty far back, and there's still ample leg room. This is the fastback. So it is that mixture of, you're still in a sedan, but it does feel a bit more spacious like an SUV. So you kind of get like the best of both worlds. Let's turn around. You can push this up or down. This reclines all the way. And let's check out these cup holders. Boom, nice and clean. And, oh, no, that goes all the way to the back. That's pretty cool. A little extra slot. Boom, you get more of the leather with the blue stitching and the mesh material. Now I'm a big fan of this interior. Here's the other POV. You have an extra flap, and then you have your AC, two USB ports, little slot right here, carpet, and this is how the door looks like. Some of the mesh, some leather, window, extra storage, speaker. All right, that's it for the interior. Now let's hop over and do the driving. All right, this has been my experience with the driving. So the steering wheel is super small, so it's like very easy to manhandle. I do like that. And I don't know if since it's a brand new car, but the brakes are extra sensitive. You press on it just a little bit and you're already going like this. And when you're in sports mode, it picks up. So it's like constant this way, then that way. It is a little slow, but it still sounds fun when the turbo starts pulling up, but you're not going extremely fast. So overall, it's not bad. I do like the drive-in. I feel like the cabin itself is extra spacious. I mean, look at this. There's plenty of space right here. So me fully like leaning back, I can't even touch the screen. I have to fully go in. Yep, this is the gas mileage right now if you're curious. Not bad, I'm about to fill up. Thank goodness for these Middle Eastern gas prices. That's a plus. But yeah, overall the driving is pretty smooth. The CarPlay has no issues and the seats are super comfortable. These are probably my favorite seats out of any car I've driven recently. It's just like, I could fall asleep right here like too easy. But that's it for the driving. Let me know what you guys think. Let's wrap this up outside. There you have it. This has been the Peugeot 408, a $35,000 French car that feels and looks a lot more premium and sportier. Let me know what you guys think of the car and let me know what you guys want to see next. Once again, I've been Steve and thank you guys for viewing. I'll see you guys next week in another new video. Peace.